Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to the channel news update for May of 2020 and well, here we are, I guess. You can see that we'll start with a quick update of, actually we'll start with an update of the games, because we did finish last month in April, of course, the Leeds United series. It was absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed that, and we have replaced it with a new series, a Footsteps series. I'll show you the playlist here. For Dean Smith, we're going to try and follow in an actual manager's career path, their career footsteps. So it's there, it's a playlist. If you haven't already stumbled across it, you can see all the ins and outs of it there. I don't know why episode 1 is there twice. They're all there twice. Anyway, I'll look into that. Anyway, that's slightly concerning. But yeah, so that's the new series. If you haven't watched it, make sure you're joining in with that. But otherwise, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed. We can see views has dropped off. Now, a lot of that, if we go and have a look at the actual analytics here, a lot of that is down to the fact that a lot of my views are from tutorials. And because Football Manager was made free for a period of time, a lot of people coming on to watch tutorials. That's obviously dropped off. So the views have dropped off with that. We go and have a look here at the reach. You can see it has all gone down a little bit over the last 28 days. I was expecting that because the Football Manager tutorial thing would drop off. What is maybe a little bit disappointing is that it's kind of just dropped back off to the same numbers it was before, more or less, as opposed to sort of just growing a little bit. So that's slightly disappointing, but it's fine. You know, it's still overall growth, which is good. Now, of course, obviously with a new series, hopefully, you know, new people will join. And if you are watching this as a new subscriber, thank you, welcome. Yeah, we'll hopefully get a few more as we go along with the new series. Engagement, watch time is down just a little bit, but the average duration in total is up. Now, a lot of that's going to be down. The nature of watching a tutorial is you watch a little bit, tend to just to close it off. So that's the nature of that. So the watch time overall is down, but average view duration is up, which is excellent. Because that means there's people that are watching through, most likely following the series that I do. So that, as I said, is all excellent news. The audience itself, unique viewers is down a little bit, but the average views per viewer is up. Again, that's obviously, I would imagine, down to the fact less people watching tutorials, more people coming back and watching the series, so that sort of accounts for that. Subscribers has still gone up, which is brilliant. You may have noticed back at the dashboard there, I've passed 2,500, so that's sort of another milestone that the channel's passed, which is exciting and excellent. So I'm happy with that. And we can see here female viewership. We've kind of gone a little bit more male again, which is again the nature of the channel. But so that's fine. United Kingdom, United States, Netherlands, and I'm sure that is down to the Baseball Journeyman where we're currently playing in the Netherlands. And we can see there the demographics as well. Again, it's a little bit more spread out than it was previously, which is good. But it's generally in that sort of 18 to sort of 44 age range, which is again what you'd roughly expect, I think, for this sort of for the sort of channel that I am. Revenue again, slightly disappointed. I mean, you guys know, watching the ads is generally how I get paid. So it's a little bit disappointing again that the revenue has dropped off more than the view percentage. But again, it's just kind of about growing the channel, and that's kind of the main thing that I'm concerned about. But yeah, it is a little bit disappointing. But yeah, I mean, the ads are always skippable. You don't have to watch them, obviously, but that is, as I said, that's how I get paid. If it is one of those things where they're like, you get the ads that are more than 30 seconds, I don't blame you for skipping those. I'd skip them as well. But if you do have the time and you don't mind watching the ads, it is obviously greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated by me. But overall, as I said, things are still looking up. There's more subscribers that are coming in. We're getting. It's not like the channel's dying a slow death or anything. It has just kind of gone back to where it was before last month. And as I said last month, I did expect it to. I didn't expect that to last. I knew it wouldn't. But it's maybe slightly disappointing that it's gone pretty much back to what it was before. But these are troubled times for everybody. I do wonder a little bit too with the revenue if it is just the fact that advertising it's not what it was. So maybe that counts for a little bit as well. But like I say, I'm not saying feel sorry for me or anything. But if I'm being honest, it's a little bit disappointing perhaps that it's dropped off. But again, that could just be down to the fact that advertising revenue generally across the world right now has dropped down a little bit. Quick update on the Patreon. Still 11 patrons. We have dropped down a little bit. That's fine. Again, as I said, it's troubled times for everybody. If you need to cut an expense, Patreon is an obvious place to do it. One thing I did want to sort of ask for suggestions for. I know last month I asked for suggestions on sort of something else we can do. There was a suggestion of an online golf game. I couldn't find a way. When I was looking at it, what I could understand is that we'd all have to play at the same time. And again, with time differences around the world, I don't think that would have worked. Not the way I was hoping for it to work. I was hoping maybe we could do something where, like, we pick a golf course maybe, and we have a week to do the round, and then the winner gets to pick the next golf course, something along the lines of that. But yeah, I couldn't see a way to do that. So if there is any suggestions you have of things we can do for Patreons, especially in lieu of the fantasy sports not looking like they're coming back anytime soon. Yeah, but I think it's just one of these things now where there's not that much else. There's not that much else that we can really do, because there's not that much else that's happening in the world right now. But again, a massive thank you to all my patrons. There is a link down in the description. If you do enjoy my content and that's something you can afford to do, it's greatly appreciated, but I certainly don't expect it. And there is information there on sort of little bonuses that I try to give out. Yeah, I try to give out if if you are a subscriber. And just a quick reminder too, if you are a Patreon and you qualify, don't be afraid to ask for players in the series to be named after you. In baseball, it's sort of scouting discoveries, and I think amateur free agents amateur free agents and also international free agents. I don't think they tend to be real players. I think they're game generated. And Football Manager, obviously, the new youth intakes that come through. So if you haven't already got one in a particular series, then don't be afraid to ask. And one thing I don't always know if I make it clear, if you have we'll use the example of Damien Allmark, because he's the only guy I think right now that has a guy named after him. Damien can have a character named after, or a player named after him in one of the other series. You can have right now there's enough to go around, so you can have a player named after you in more than one active series. We'll just do obviously no more than one in the same series. We don't want too many Damien Allmarks running around Wales right now, do we? But yeah, that's something I can do right now. And going forward, if I get to a point where there's sort of supply and demand, and the demand is too much, then I might have to cut back to just one in an active series. I think there's a tier up where you can have more than one, but for now, free for all kind of thing. If you're a Patreon that qualifies, then you can have more than one player in we can have players in multiple series is what I'm trying to say there. But that's sort of the channel update. I do like to try and keep these relatively short and sweet. I guess the takeaway is not too bad, but yeah, maybe it's slightly ever so slightly disappointing that the growth didn't sort of seem to have stuck around as much as I would have maybe have liked. But it is what it is. Guys, hopefully everybody is enjoying the series that we have going on. There is, of course, the Blue Jays and the Storks, or the Baseball Journeyman for Alder Park Baseball, and we have the Warsaw, right now at Warsaw, the Dean Smith Challenge, and the ongoing Byler Challenge as well in Football Manager. So that's all for now, guys. Until the next month, hopefully we'll see these numbers going up again into the green. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video that we have out on whatever series it is that you're watching. Take care.